Welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix. And let's see what happened during the weekend, right? Or aside from Piastri being confirmed, and now there's a lot of storytelling about what happened, how he was telling Alpine during the time of July or whatever, that he wanted to leave the team because the project they were offering him was not very attractive, especially considering that Alpine wanted to keep Alonso for another at least 1 or 2 years, right? So they were offering him to go to Williams and then to come back, and he didn't want that. And then the McLaren option came on, and he tried to do it. He was like shared spare driver for Alpine, McLaren, and Mercedes, whatever. It was really interesting stuff that happened. How they confirmed him. He said yes because there were other people present, but he actually wanted to say no. And anyway, it's over. It's over. He is a McLaren driver now, and Alpine will have to look for another driver and a reserve driver. So let's see what happened on the qualifying. We saw Q1, Sebastian Vettel going off the track while Stroll actually went into Q3. The first 5 eliminated. Latifi, Gotifi, the most constant driver of the grid, always qualifying last. You have Vettel, Magnussen, Ricciardo, and Bottas. Magnussen, by the way, is losing to Mick Schumacher lately, huh? And Mick Schumacher is the one that wants to get rid of. That's quite interesting. In the Q2, we saw, for example, that Russell was kind of fast, right? Same like Hamilton. The 5 because Perez doesn't count, apparently. You can see that they are fighting up there, and what's going to happen next is going to be quite interesting. But anyway, Gasly, Ocon, Alonso, and Zhou and Albon will go off, while Tsunoda, Schumacher, Stroll, Perez, Norris, and the big 5 are on. Right? Mick Schumacher to Q3, Magnussen out in Q1. What the hell is happening? That is an interesting thing. Well, these are the ones that are out. And this is the Q3. So what happened in Q3? There are usually 2 trials, right, for each driver in Q3. Leclerc, Verstappen, very close. Hamilton, kind of there. Perez, Russell, also up there. And what happened in the second try? Well, this happened. Sergio Perez, I don't know if they did it on purpose, trying to secure the pole position for Verstappen or not, because as you can see, Russell and Hamilton were coming fast. Not in purple sectors, but they were coming green, which means they could have been somewhere up here. And the way it happened is very weird, because he went really off the curb. No driver goes so off the curb. You see Sebastian Vettel, for example, in the previous images, that he did have some oversteer snap, right, from the car, but it was even before he got into the corner. This guy went so wide into the curb that spun, and he didn't try to correct it until this moment when he is already off the track. Of course, Russell, Hamilton, and whoever came behind him were to slow down, and that's what happened. And what was the order at that time? You see Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, very close, these 3. Probably Hamilton and Russell could have been up there, but not anymore. So the starting order was gonna be that: Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Russell, Norris, Mick Schumacher, Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll, who didn't put the time. Why even bother, right? And that's gonna be how interesting the race is gonna be. By the way, Mick Schumacher and Lando Norris are very kind of close, like 0.3, considering that Haas is not the best team who actually brought so many upgrades to the car, right? And if you see Norris and Russell, of course without the final trial, they're kind of close as well, even though Russell was going to be probably higher had he had the chance to finish the lap. But anyway, let's see what the race can bring. Well, we already mentioned what the weekend was gonna be like. We're not expecting rain for the race. It's gonna be sunny, low temperatures, whatever. We have here the tires and the the characteristics, the specifications of the racetrack. And now let's see how the things look for the pits. This is more or less how much time you lose on the pits. If you make a pit stop, it's 18 seconds plus the stop. And if you have a virtual safety car or a safety car, you will lose 12 seconds, which is 5 seconds less because of the gap of the pace, while this yellow flag thing is out on track. What does this mean? That if this is out, and could happen, seen like yesterday for Formula 2, for example, this is gonna be like a really quick pit stop. 5 seconds less is a lot of time in F1. And these are possible strategies for the race. So people who are gonna be gambling on it are gonna be using the soft and hard strategy. And then I think this might be one of the two strategies that are gonna be used more. You can do either soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, soft. That will depend as well on how many softs and mediums you have. If you have two sets of medium soft tires available for the race, then you might be actually be able to pull off this one, which in theory should be a faster strategy, right? So what does each driver have? So you can see Verstappen has one new soft and two used ones. Two used mediums, new mediums, and a hard that nobody gives an F. And the rest of them have used tires, like for people at the back who don't have any options, they have their own race. But for the race win, you can see Verstappen is the only driver, probably because of the problems that he had in FP1 with the engine, is the only driver that has a soft new tire. So he has an advantage on it. Norris has 4 soft tires and 1 medium tire. So probably Norris is going to be trying to do the second strategy of soft, medium, soft, while probably Verstappen also is going to do. I mean, I think should be a little bit faster to use the soft one, right? If you're trying to attack, if you're trying to win the race, that should be for me, without knowing. Anyway, they have computer simulators to calculate everything, right? And from the back, probably some people that are starting all the way back, like perhaps Vettel or Ricciardo, might try to put a hard one to try to make a long stint. If the temperature on the track and they can give like a good temperature to the hard tire, like perhaps Bottas would try. So the prediction, let's make a quick remember. I said that Verstappen was going to make the pole position and probably is going to win the race. I kind of find it hard to see him losing the race in front of his crowd. I mean, Leclerc is going to be very close to him during the race. It's not going to be a walk in the park like last year, for example, right? It's not going to be a walk in the park like in Spa. There's no straights in this racetrack, so in theory Ferrari and Mercedes are going to be closer to him as they were. And this is going to be it. I put Perez in P3. I honestly don't think he will be able to. And Sainz P4 probably. Sainz and Perez will be reversed. And actually maybe Perez is going to be P6, considering that both Mercedes are faster than him. Norris P7, I also put that one there. I said Alonso, well, he had some traffic in Q2 and he didn't go to the Q3, so can he go up during the race in a racetrack where, let's remember, it's kind of difficult to overtake? So let's see what happens. Gasly was kind of there and Ocon was there. Tsunoda, that's gonna be the battle for P10, 9 and 8 more or less. And quiz time, let's make a quick remembering. Which year did Zandvoort come back to F1 recently? The last race in Zandvoort was in 1985, won by Nelson Piquet, I think, on Rosberg. I think it was Piquet. So, which year did come back? If you know it, put it in the comments. If you don't care, don't put it. Just watch the videos to get some information. Take it easy, enjoy the race, and we'll see each other tomorrow with some analysis of what happened during the race. See you later.